to the channel. Today we got a new game. I'm going to be playing Path of the Exile. It just came out on console in March, I believe. It's just a new Diablo style game. If you like Diablo games, a couple other games like that, then you'd like this. At the start of the game, there are 6 classes to choose from: the Templar, the Shadow, the Marauder, the Ranger, the Duelist, and the Witch. If you know me, any game I play, I gravitate to long range styled. If there's a bow, I'm definitely playing that class. I don't care if it's a chef. You got a bow, I'm playing. That's just what I do. Alright, starting off the game, you just wake up on this island next to an exile who gets killed by whatever that was. And I got a skill gem. These skill gems are important. You see that one says Burning Arrow, which is going to basically give me a new skill when I put it into the socket on my bow. The weapons and armor have sockets, which you can put attack gems and support gems into them to make the weapon stronger or give it different abilities and different passive abilities. What you seen me just put in there just now was the attack gem, which basically gave me the fire shot, which is my square attack. If you see it in the bottom right, putting that gem in that bow gave me that attack. So yeah, if you like Diablo games, the going through the whole like floor style, running around, looting, that kind of stuff, then you'd like this game. This is a support gem. I mean, not passive gem, a support gem. But basically, you put it into a weapon or a piece of armor that's connected to an attack gem, and you basically give that attack a passive. If you see the square attack in the bottom right now has a P on it. I don't know if that is passive or if that's even a P at all. I don't know what that means so far, but I just know that it means that that shot has a support gem on it. And at the time of playing this, I really didn't know that, so I'm not using the square attack to show y'all. But the support gem was a piercing support. Projectiles from supported shells pierce 2 additional targets. So basically that's letting me know that when I use my square, now that attack gem, which is square, has a support gem on it, now it can hit 2 additional targets. Another thing, the looting system is the grid based that you see on a lot of the other games with this kind of play style. So you see each piece of armor or weaponry or whatever it is takes up however many squares on the grid. See, that takes up 6. The armor piece takes up 6. The gloves are taking up 4. That orb took up 1. So basically you got until you run out of space and then you can't loot anymore. I found myself running out of space fairly quick. I'm guessing because like I did like 3 different floors without backing or selling anything because I didn't know what to sell, what to keep. If you're gonna play this game for the first time, I suggest you watch a video on it. You know, there's other videos that's gonna be better than this one to help you, but because things like the passive, not the passive, the skill tree, that can be really overwhelming if you like just play the game and just open it for the first time and you don't know what you're looking at. You wouldn't know what to do with that. When I use my my skill tree, I kind of cut it out because I was in it way too long looking online. Another thing you want to do, well, you see I got like locked in here. When you play this part, don't do this. I didn't die because the game like stopped it so I wouldn't die, but I'm essentially like just trapped in here with this guy. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or what, but it just ran off. So yeah, the Ranger is the class I'm playing with now. As you see, the bow, pretty quick. See, I can run away without getting hit. And I noticed the monsters are going to have a certain time that they're going to follow you before they do an animation, like throw something at you or just turn around. So you can, if you're playing the Ranger, you can really like back up and shoot, as you see me doing here. Kill the guy, got the loot, and leveled up.
I'm still breathing. That's a good sign.
So yeah. So as you level up, you gain skill points. This is the skill point tree. I cut that out because I was in it too long, and at this point I didn't know what build I was going to do. I suggest you look up a whole build and follow that build from when you start to when you get to the late game, because you don't want to be wasting your skill points on like useless skills or skills that don't synergize together. And you see more of the grid-based system here of how everything's taking up different amounts of grid space. And I actually messed up here. The smart thing for me to do would be to keep that bow with the 2 green sockets, because you can only put certain color gems that got certain color sockets. Like you see, the bow that I have now has a green, a red, and a blue socket. But the bow that I had before had 2 green sockets, and I had 2 green gems, so I could use them together. It was kind of dumb of me to switch out to the newer bow here, and now I don't have that support gem. I still have the fire shot gem on my new bow, but I don't have that support gem with it. So I just decided to put that on the boots. So I thought that would be a good thing. But if a support gem doesn't have an attack gem connected to it, then it doesn't really do anything so far. As far as me playing this game that I know. This is me in town, picking up another attack gem from Tarly. After you finish killing that boss, you can come to town, talk to Tarly, and if you're playing the Ranger, you get these 5 different gems to pick from. The split shot, the ice shot, the frost blades, shrapnel blades, and caustic arrow. The caustic arrow is like a poison arrow. So I just decided to pick that one. Alright, so after you get done getting your gems and stuff, that's basically the first quest completed. You can come over here and talk to these 2 NPCs. He doesn't really have no valuable information, but the woman, she has a shop. And one thing that I learned about this game is the shops, like there is no standard currency. There's no gold that you would buy and sell things for. Like if you're buying something in this game, it's more like bartering than actually purchasing an item, I guess. Like if you want this sword, you might come to her shop and she says, okay, for this sword, I want 2 orbs. Like as you see here. Or for this sword, I want this sword, or something like that. You know, everything costs different things. There's no standard currency to buy items. Well, that's the end of the first episode. You can expect another episode soon. I pretty much have like another episode that I already did, like from playing this first playthrough. But other than that, the rest might be live. If you like what you've seen and want some more episodes, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back in a few days with another one. Thanks.